How's it hanging, YouTube's Peter here, your Ginger Geordie geek. Welcome back to the channel for a bit of an impromptu catch up with some friends, talk about geeky news and unboxing. So to go through a few things that a few of us picked up recently. So there's no show without my mates. So first of all, we're going to call on, I think, the Saint from San Diego, Efren. How are you doing?
What is going on, comic book familia? It's a Sunday. Triple G sent me a message. I shaved. I took a shower, and I said, "I'm there, man."
I do like a well-presented Efren. That's very nice. Thank you very much for the effort. It's appreciated.
Yep, always.
How are you? Are you well, my friend?
Doing fine. Yep. Just
Good
trying to hang in there with this weather over here. I'm a wimp. I just any type of coldness, I just, But then I think of you guys. It's a lot colder. I said, suck it up. Just suck it up, man.
Yeah. Just a touch. Just a touch.
Yep.
Okay, we'll bring in my other good friend from Ireland. We've got James T. How are you doing?
Heyo, what's up?
Heyo. You've both got like your own entrance music kind of things going on. You've got Efren's, his excitement, and you've got your AO. I'm not sure what's Ben's. Does Ben have like a? Does Ben have a?
You want to get on that? His branding is important,
We'll bring Ben in and see what his branding is when he first hits the screen. Yeah, that's it. That's the one. How are you, Ben? Are you well?
Hello, YouTube.
Hello,
YouTube.
Hello,
That's
YouTube.
me, your favourite attention-seeking geek.
Yeah.
I've been saying it for 3 years. It's not caught on yet. Unbelievable.
How are you? Are you well?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm trying out a new camera, so apologies if this is not working.
Yeah.
It goes from very crisp to very blurry, and then back again. So apologies, but it's good to be here. I'm not going to be able to be on the other shows this week, so it's thought I'd hop on and hang out tonight with
good
my
stuff. Well, you're always
friends.
Welcome. You're always welcome, mate. And James, I didn't really ask you. How are you doing, my friend? Are you okay?
I'm good.
What are you drinking?
I am drinking a Star Wars branded pale ale from Switzerland. My girlfriend's parents very kindly got me. So,
and is it tasty?
I hate pale ale, but it actually tastes decent. Yeah, I'm enjoying
it. So, will you be drunk by halfway through the episode?
See what percent they are.
Yeah.
4.4, I'd be grand.
Yeah, you'll be fine. You'll be grand. You can do that. We are expecting to be joined by comic. What's Ben doing?
Sorry, just ignore me.
His mouse pointer. That's oh, he's back. We are expecting to be joined by comic lad Simon, so he'll join in as soon as he can, I'm sure, and we'll say hello when he gets here. Just quickly going to jump into the chat. We've got good old StreamYard. Thank you very much for joining StreamYard. And we've got Ian Carter at the moment. Thank you for joining, Ian. Ben has a look of disappointment.
Story of my life. It's what happens when you share the screen with these three.
Yeah. And how dare you? And we've now got comic lad Simon.
Hello.
Speaking of disappointment, and he just appeared. It was like magic.
Ouch.
How are you, Simon? Are you well?
I'm all right, thanks. How are we?
Not so bad, mate. Not so bad.
Good.
Okie dokie. We'll crack straight on because I don't expect we're going to be on for long tonight. This was just a bit of an impromptu gathering because both myself and James have recently picked some stuff up from comicbox.co.uk and their Facebook page. Is that right, James?
It's Comic Box Exclusive, I think is the name of the group. Yeah,
they had a group thing going on Facebook where you could bid, and we both picked up some books. They send them to you at the end of the month, so I cannot remember what I've bought, and I don't think James can remember.
Well, that's the thing, Peter. Whenever you do an unboxing video and you're like, I don't even remember what this is, I always laugh and think, how is that possible? Yeah. But I would have probably.
Is it like a subscription box type thing, or
no claim sales on Facebook?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What were you saying, James? Sorry, you can't remember.
Yeah. So like I've out of probably 8-10 comic books, I know what 2 of them are. So this is going to be a fun surprise for me as well.
Same for me.
Yeah.
I mean, guys, we have literally hit the pinnacle now because I think our sex appeal has hit a new level. We'll have people who are actually watching in the shower, cleaning themselves to our voices. James, just
scrubbing their balls.
Give them some sexy Irish instruction on where they should be washing and how they should be doing it with that dulcet tones of yours.
Scrub a dub in the shower.
Jesus.
Nice. Thank you very much, James. Okay, guys. So let's see. Like I said, we're going to be doing some unboxings. Before we get to that, as you'll all know, sorry, Off My Shelves is watching from the shower too. Not the same one, I hope. That'll be just dirty. As you all know, Ben has been doing a superb show called the Geeky Gas Bag Show, which he's taken a little break from just for hopefully a few weeks, and he'll be back full power shortly. But in the interim, we're going to go back to an old show we used to do, the Geeky Report. So we'll cover a little bit of news items, and then we'll do our unboxing in the middle, and then a few more news items at the end. So this is going to be a little bit like Ben's show, just not as funny. So bear with it, and we'll crack on as best we can. Okay, let us just try and get we're all on screen. Oh shit, what have I done there? Oh, I'm pressing buttons and don't know what I'm doing anymore.
I'm more
guys.
professional than this as well, you know. On my own.
You are
There we go,
much
there we
more
go.
professional. Okay, so we'll just cover a few news topics to start with. This one. So, decision to end Doom Patrol. I'm not really that interested in when this ended in terms of James Gunn's kind of takeover, as it were, of DC. I'm more interested to know if you guys know these other shows. Have either of these shows hit your radar, Doom Patrol or Titans? Ephraim, either of these kind of float your boat?
I've been watching these two shows from the beginning. The Doom Patrol is a quirky show, so it took me a while to get used to it if I really wanted to watch it. But I've enjoyed it. It's different from your normal comic book, TV show, in my opinion. I thought it was good. I mean, I really like the interaction between the characters. And Titans, first season was a little bit slow, but it's been, I think it's into the third season right now, or fourth season.
Third or fourth, isn't it?
Put it this way, I've enjoyed both series.
Yeah.
So just entertainment, and it's kept my attention. So I've liked them.
How about you, James?
Never watched any of them. Titans, I just have almost, even never watching it, have like a disdain for. I don't know why. I just don't like the look of it. All I know about Doom Patrol really is that Brendan Fraser is in it, and that was kind of one of his comeback kind of roles. So yeah, I'm not really fussed particularly about either of these shows ending.
Yeah, I mean, I've watched both, and Titans, it has its ups and its downs, but it's been nice to see characters like Nightwing, Hawk and Dove in full traditional costume, all that kind of stuff on screen. So I am sad they're going. Ben, Doom Patrol. Have you seen Doom Patrol?
No, I think I watched the first episode or the pilot or whatever, and I really liked it. It was right up my kind of off the wall street, and I really liked the idea of an eclectic group of misfits and stuff. That always has me sold. So yeah, it's just been on the list. It's just one of those things that's just. I just haven't watched it because I haven't had a platform, to watch it easily. So I've not kind of gone out of my way. But Titans, I did try a couple of episodes, and it's a no for me.
Yeah,
that's
kind of why I asked about Doom Patrol, because I've seen the first. I think there's three or four seasons, and I've seen the first two seasons, and I think it is absolutely up your street. It's off the wall, zany. There are some fantastic kind of comedy moments, and I think you would, if you get the chance, I think it's well worth watching the first season of Doom Patrol just to see what you think.
Yeah, well, I'll get on it at some point, but Titans, I'm not going to commit to, I'm afraid.
I'll tell you who's in it as well from Doom Patrol. That's really good. I'll not tell you because I don't know his name. He did Trucker and Dale versus Evil, and then he was the alien in Resident Alien.
Oh, Alan Tudyk.
Yeah. He's absolutely brilliant in it. In the first season, well worth watching. How about you, Simon? You watched either of these?
Not Doom Patrol, because isn't it in the UK? It's on Amazon. Is it ShowClix or something?
Yeah, it was on Amazon, and I think it's been taken off now.
That's like an extra subscription to Amazon. That's why I've never watched it. I wanted to watch it. It's one of those like Ben. It's on my radar. It's on my list, but I couldn't watch it without illegally downloading it or something like that. Titans, I have watched up to about season 3. I liked the first season. Okay, second season. The third season lost me a bit.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say I'm heartbroken about either of those, but it is a shame to lose two more superhero movies.
I think the thing is for me, like I don't have any emotional connection to any of the
Yeah.
characters from comics, you know. So it's like it's already at a disadvantage, whereas Marvel stuff is all at an advantage because I know everyone, you know. But all of these characters, I don't really, you know, I don't really know.
Yeah. You see, out of the DC stuff, Titans was probably one of my favourite series. So, in Nightwing, I love. I enjoy Superboy, Beast Boy, all that kind of lot. So I should have liked this probably more than I did.
Yeah.
It just never really hit that mark.
I'm not being shady.
Ben, are you about to be
But-
shady?
Yeah, but yeah, whenever you say I'm not
Yeah.
being, but
Yeah.
that means you are probably
Yeah.
being what you said. I don't think you're the target audience. You know, I definitely think that it's aimed towards a younger audience. No, I'm being genuine. Like I do. I think it's aimed towards a younger audience, even though it's like legacy characters from way back when. It's like ultimately, I think the target is not necessarily us.
That's like young
us old
adults, kind of 15,
geeks.
16-year-olds.
Yeah.
That's why it's edgy. It's cool.
Teen
you know?
drama. So
Yeah.
edgy.
I get you. Fuck you, Crumpton. This is interesting. I've just seen this. I don't know if you've seen this already, Ben. Trick or Treat Studios getting the Ghostbusters license.
Yeah, so we don't know yet if it's we don't know what it is yet. It could be masks, it could be 1/6 scale figures, it could be props. No idea yet. So
because Trick or Treat Studios do figures, don't they? They do 1/6 scale stuff, don't they?
Yeah, but they're not great. Like, it's probably one of the worst figures I have is my Trick or Treat Studio figures, just in terms of the quality of the body and stuff. But you get what you pay for. They're like £100 as opposed to 200, 300 quid. So, I mean, that being said, if they had a good enough sculpt on, because that's kind of the main thing, isn't it? Just getting a good head sculpt and good paint applications on that head. And the Blitzway Ghostbusters for a full set is like, you're looking at like $3,000 now. So if they were to drop that and they're 150, 200 quid a pop, then sign me up.
I mean, I find it hard to believe that for a property so big as Ghostbusters, there's literally just those Blitzway figures out there. I cannot believe Hot
I
Toys
think it's
haven't
just
picked
because
it up
they're
yet.
the only ones who own the license, so they're like hogging the license and not doing anything with it, and other official companies can't make the figures. So I don't think this will be figures. I'm pretty sure this will be like the Librarian mask or Slimer mask or something like that.
If they did a Slimer mask or a Librarian mask, would that pique your interest, James? Would you be picking something like that up?
No.
No,
Wait, you've got a cosplay with me, James. You can,
that's what I'm
you
thinking.
wear your Slimer naked.
Yeah, I mean, Ben in full Ghostbuster costume, and me and you as, I mean, you obviously Slimer. Me as, I don't know, State Puffed or something like that. You know what I mean? Running around.
I think actually a Stay Puft mask I could absolutely see from them, but like Trick or Treat I associate
I think
with
you need one, James.
with like replica masks, like the Halloween ones and all those. So like, yeah, it's curious that they got this license, I think. But 1/6 figures definitely makes sense, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I would like a set of Ghostbusters, but I was looking at those. What do you say? Is it Blitzway, Ben?
Blitzway, yeah.
I was looking at those not so long ago, and they are stupidly expensive now. And I didn't think they were that good, mind. The face sculpts weren't. They didn't blow us away, but yeah, good stuff. Nice. So this has just kind of hit the news. Nice, really nice. This is the one of the biggest conventions in the UK. I've never been to this one. It's very much an art focused convention. It wasn't around last year. You want your second beer already?
Yes. Galactic.
Animal. Stormtrooper one. Pale ale.
Doesn't have work tomorrow.
No. So yeah. So this is going to be in September. They've already announced some pretty decent artists. I think Ian Churchill was on there from.
Nice.
No, sorry, was it Ian Churchill?
James, you poured that beer wrong.
Can't remember.
Oh my God! Look at it.
Javier Fernandez. I'm quite. I respect his work.
Has anyone been to one of these before?
No.
Nope.
This is the first time I've heard of Nice.
But you texted about this the other day, and I never heard of it either.
I have to say, I'm tempted, guys. I am tempted.
Where is it on again?
What tempts you?
I beg your pardon.
What tempts you about it? Like, what?
I feel like I'm in an interview. There's a whole array of very good artists. It's very similar to Thought Bubble, and it's a one I've not been to before, so it
Okay.
kind of appeals for that regard. I think this is probably the convention to go to for pieces of artwork and for commission covers and things like that. I think there'll be a lot of opportunity for that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Where's it based? Because it doesn't say on there. Where's
Bedford.
it at?
Bedford.
Okay.
Apologies for not knowing my UK geography, but what's Bedford near?
Just outside of North London. So it's weird that I've never been because I'm a Bedfordshire boy. I grew up in Bedfordshire and Bedford's, around my neck of the woods from back in the day. So yeah, it's about an hour out of London.
Okay. It does appeal. Let us know in the chat if any of you guys have been to it before. I do know that I've got a few commissioned pieces in my collection that I've bought from various people over the years, and quite often it's signed nice on it in the signature. So I think
Nice.
I think there's a lot of I was wondering it's like a nice. I think it's like nice the convention. So yeah, I am tempted. I'd be interested to know if you guys are keen to go, because I have to say I may have to pop down and have a look. I think
I want to go.
Yeah, I'm up for
you
it.
want to go.
Yeah.
Well, let's have a chat and see what we can come up with, and maybe share.
Oh no,
some
Simon's coming. I'm out.
Yeah. And everyone in the chat
Sorry.
is welcome to join us.
Yeah.
Right, this is interesting. Matthew Lillard, who I think we're all pretty much fans for, has said he signed on for 3 Five Nights at Freddy's movies. I know nothing about Five Nights at Freddy's. Somebody
game,
explain it.
It's a video game, so it's like you play as sort of a security guard, and you're in like a control room, and the whole thing is you're
Jump
in like
scare, isn't it?
yeah, you're in like a restaurant that has like animatronics, and the animatronics like turn evil at night, and you have to kind of move doors and control like electrical currents to stop them from coming in to get you.
Okay.
It's honestly, I think the imagery of it's great, and like it's sort of iconic. Like it's strange. I think there's like a huge fan base of this series that don't even play the games.
I mean,
just
that
because of
imagery reminded us very much of that. I can't remember the name of the movie. That absolutely bonkers Nicolas Cage movie where he's killing all the.
I think it was based off this actually, that
Right.
movie, because
Efren,
the game was out before that movie. So
Efren, is that image helping you sleep or?
It looks kind of doesn't scare me right now. I'm not going to play the games. These are video games, you said, right?
Yeah, they have
but
some
this
of
is gonna
the
be a
most
movie.
effective jump scares, like in like it's incredibly tense when you play it. So I think it will translate really well to a movie. Curious that they have like one protagonist for 3 of them. But yeah, I could see Matthew Lillard kind of fitting in well as, I guess, kind of lazy.
Why do they call it Freddy's movie then? 3 Five Nights?
Five Nights at Freddy is the name of the series. So it's a 5 Nights at Freddy, 3 Five Nights at Freddy movies.
Okay.
Maths.
Yeah. So the actual the movie or the game, Efren, is called Five Nights at Freddy's. So he's saying that he's signed on to do 3 of these movies.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I mean, I like the looks. I know, Ben, you did a show recently about killer dolls and things like that, and I'm going to see what's that new one out?
Megan.
I'm going to see Megan on Tuesday, I think.
Yeah.
So this kind of stuff appeal to you, Ben?
Yeah, I mean, I'm much like yourself. I've got absolutely no knowledge on it whatsoever. I just knew that it was a game. Sounds very boring, controlling electrical currents.
Oh, it's incredibly.
That doesn't have me sold.
You change the doors and the cameras and everything, so you like see
sounds
them
even
pop
less
on the
exciting,
camera.
Simon.
Yeah, you're making it worse. Yeah, like the idea of killer kind of restaurant kind of animatronics and Matthew Lillard, like on paper, that's every ridiculous kind of thing that I'll be interested in. So yeah, I'm definitely I'm on board.
Have you guys seen the Nicolas Cage one? I think it's called Wally's Wonderland or something.
Yeah,
I've
no,
heard
I
of
want
it.
to. I've had it recommended.
Yeah, I mean, it's Nicolas Cage at his best in terms of madness, and he doesn't speak throughout the entire movie. He has no lines.
Perfect.
At all.
That's for the better.
It's well worth it. And actually, after the movie was quite successful, they did some follow-on comics, and the comics are quite good as well. So yeah, Ben, you've got to get on that one as well with watching.
Yeah, I need to see Banana Splits, which is like, I know they're not like
Yeah.
animatronic, but it's like similar, ridiculous, cuddly, cute things trying to kill you.
This is interesting. James Gunn says The Flash is one of the best superhero movies he's ever seen. Do we believe him?
No,
No, not at all.
no. I'm calling
Honestly, though, Buzz, like inside Warner Brothers, apparently is quite good. Like the movie is quite good. And it's a really good director, like Andy Muschietti. So, like, yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if it is like a really good movie. It's just unfortunate it's kind of held back by a lot of these kind of controversies.
Exactly, James, because it has this for me. I know we're all probably more Marvel orientated, but this for me could be what we wanted from Doctor Strange, i.e., multiple versions of DC characters and the Pantheon and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's got Keaton in it. I know that.
Yeah,
sure.
I mean that's a selling point straight away, isn't it? Michael Keaton for me. But I just don't know. I want it to be good, but then I don't want it to be good because I don't want. This sounds awful, but I don't want them hanging on to this particular actor. I wouldn't be heartbroken if he disappeared. But if this movie makes a shit ton of money, they're going to keep him around, aren't they?
Who knows? Because what's he going to do next? Like, yeah.
Because it's supposed to be Flashpoint and reset the whole DC universe. But then,
yeah,
are they going to keep Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman and yet not Henry Cavill? It just doesn't make sense. And did he not say that what's his name's coming back as Aquaman?
No, it's the rumors he's coming back as Lobo.
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, apparently, so like he's moving over to that, and they'll get like a more kind of traditional looking.
I just begrudge that, because you and me, James, we're Henry Cavill fans, and we wanted him to stay as Superman, and that was our biggest bugbear. And it's like you got rid of your best actor. So.
Yeah,
interesting. When does it come out? Does anyone know?
It's November, I think. It's the end of this year, anyway. We're getting a trailer next week with the Super Bowl, I think.
All right. Oh,
yeah. There's a lot of announcements on Super Bowl, by the way.
Yeah.
I mean, the Flash is probably one of my favorite DC characters, so I'm kind of willing it to work, but I don't know. I'm not convinced.
Yeah.
This was interesting. Just linked into that, making this kind of that Cavill was fired, not just not hired. It's a bit of a weird statement, isn't it?
Piss off. God, like, come on.
He's fired. He won't want to come back anyway. Like, the fact is, they're going to try and do a younger Superman. And if that Superman is successful or not, it's like, would Henry Cavill want to come back?
I mean, he put another statement out, didn't he? I don't think I've got a slide for it, but basically saying that he felt that the previous kind of leadership did Cavill dirty. I kind of think, I don't know, it's all very strange. I read that and I thought, I wonder if he's keeping the door or trying to keep the door open in some way. If this new movie's going to be Elseworld or something.
I mean, we don't know what the actual talks actually had. I know that he's in talks with Amazon to do is it Warhammer one?
Warhammer.
Yeah. So, and he's a massive Warhammer fan, so I can see him doing that. So,
Efron, are you a big Superman fan? I don't think you've ever really.
Yeah, I mean, I like Henry Cavill as Superman. If they keep Ezra Miller and not Henry Cavill, I'm just saying, come on. I don't know. I think he has to say, going back to The Flash, I think he has to say it's one of the best movies possible. But he wants people to go see it, Yeah. And I think I'll just wait to see till the show comes out. I mean, the movie comes out, The Flash, But to me, Henry Cavill is Superman. I mean, I just don't think they can do better, But
yeah.
I know.
The next actor has a hell of a job to do. Like, the pressure on him would be immense.
Yeah.
And Ian Carter saying it's screwed up for Witcher, though. You're right, because he he left the last season 3 of The Witcher, doesn't he, to do this? Yeah. Never mind. Benny, you got any thoughts on this? I know we've talked about this a lot, but that's a funny statement, I think.
I don't know whether it is. It's just like, because he didn't ever. James Gunn's got his own story to tell, so it wasn't like he picked up and was told, right, you've got to have Henry Cavill. He's come in and said, this is my story, and it involves what's likely to be a younger Superman. So, unfortunately, Cavill can't be part of that. So I guess he's kind of right in a way that he's just He's just not hired him. It's not him who did the firing, so to speak. And with the Ezra Miller thing, you know, look, like he's the CEO of DC now, so of course he's going to say it's the best superhero film he's ever seen. You know, he's got to help sell those tickets now as well, hasn't he? You know, because he's part of that journey. So, and like, you know, they've obviously come out with statements in support of Ezra Miller in rehab, and you know, hopefully, kind of getting to the bottom of those issues. So, I think it's very likely that if he comes out of rehab, or when he comes out of rehab, rather, they're likely gonna move away from or in a different direction, you know, than bringing him back. But you know, I think it's everyone's kind of getting very far ahead of themselves in this kind of DC journey, where like literally he's just announced a bunch of new random shit. Like, so we've got to just enjoy that random shit for a little while, because you ain't getting your Supermans, your Wonder Womans, your Batmans all together in a Justice League. You're not getting that for a long time in the DC. So we just got to enjoy the new ride.
That's probably one of the positives, isn't it? Because I think one of the criticisms, certainly I felt at the time, was that Marvel spent a lot of time building their characters before you got the Avengers movie, whereas the Justice League movie seemed to happen very, very quickly, and there wasn't that necessarily a backstory. So maybe you're right. Maybe he will spend the next few years building the characters and making us fall in love with them, so we actually care about the Justice League movie.
But I think, had there not been that kind of like, I'm a huge Snyder Cut fan. Like, I think had there not been that kind of studio interference, like, DC would potentially be on the same level as Marvel by now, because we would have just been moving forward instead of all of this.
Definitely reading some of the storylines and comics. I think it could have definitely been on the level of Marvel, but it just wasn't. So
I think Snyder Cut is a better movie than the first Avengers movie.
But like,
write that
down.
Like, that's a big statement.
You know, the Justice League wasn't even like you know, a little sperm at the point that Marvel had already planned what they were going to do, you know, 12 years ago. Like, so even if things had been coherent from the start, they were still a good 4 or 5 years behind Marvel in terms of like that kind of cinematic universe idea. So I think even if things were smooth running, they'd still be playing catch up. But yeah, it's obviously been fuck up after fuck up. So
and like now, by the time by the time we get like the Superman movie, it'll be like 17, 18 years the MCU's been running.
The funniest thing is the MCU. My theory is that Secret Wars will end with like just one universe. They'll be like, right, there's no multiverse, and DC ultimately will be starting their multiverse like story stuff by the time Marvel finish it, which is hilarious.
Dead man, I'm behind that. I'd happily have a Wally West version of the Flash rather than Barry Allen. I think that will be good. Okay, guys, moving on. Just to mention this, that the new Avatar 3 details have been revealed. The sequel is going to include a time jump, and I think the is it the Avi? I can't remember what the creatures are called, but they're going to be a fire nation based on ash. James, you've recently been to see Avatar. Has anybody else seen Avatar yet? Avatar 2?
No. Yeah.
James, what did you think?
I was pleasantly surprised. I didn't really care for it, and I was planning on just kind of skipping it altogether. But my girlfriend really wanted to see it, so we went to go. And I think it's a significant improvement over the first movie. I found Pandora, like particularly the water kind of tribe and all of this, that whole midsection of the movie, like significantly more interesting than it's portrayed in the first one. I thought the story all around was a lot better, and I like the kind of family aspect that they went for in it. I love that the villain is back again. I think Stephen Lang was the highlight of the first movie, so I'm happy they found a way to bring him in. And I'm just like, generally, I've never really got why. I understand it's like a spectacle thing, but like, I mean, I think we've touched on this talking about like Hot Toys, but like Avatar doesn't have like a hardcore fan base, and yet everybody goes and sees them. You know, both of the movies have made more than any Star Wars movie has. But coming out of this,
James,
coming out of this, I sort of get why. Like, they're a spectacle, and I think like the 3D was like, incredible, you know, and the visuals are the best I've ever seen. And yeah, I'm happy I went to see this anyway.
Okay,
It's
must watch.
interesting because I went back and rewatched the first Avatar a few days ago, and actually it is a good film. I think I've forgotten that it's a good movie. The latter half of it is a real good adventure romp, really.
Yeah, Cameron's a great action director. Like, I know obviously he's done some of the best action movies ever made, but like the action sequences in Avatar are like incredible. I think some of the stuff in there.
You know what's fucking good? Titanic. Like I rewatched Titanic recently, and I was like, "Fuck me sideways. This is the best film." Like, it's so fucking like to the point where like I feel like there'd be some shame to like start like a Titanic fandom, you know, and we talk about it as much as Marvel and Star Wars. But I'm going to put my neck on the line, and if anyone wants to join me to become a Titanic fanboy, then this is where we start.
There's
you rebranding for Ben's channel.
No, there are fans already, Simon, but they're all ladies in their mid-30s. So you know, I just want to branch out, you know, and it's hey.
I visited the Titanic Museum when I was in America in Florida, and I touched a bit of the ship.
The main one is in Belfast, though.
A bit of the ship.
Come over to this side of the pond.
A steamy hand against the window.
Peter, what did you think? One thing that kind of took me out of this was Sigourney Weaver's role in it.
Yeah,
was that distracting for you as well?
Yeah, it's a bit odd.
She like a kid.
Yeah,
a teenager in it, and like
you can tell it's her.
I thought she was older in the last one, the first one.
She was.
She was. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Which was a kid in this one.
Oh,
I found it a bit weird.
You see you'll understand.
Yeah. Anyway, I enjoyed.
I'll go watch it.
Yeah, I probably enjoyed this more than I thought I would. I would recommend you go and see it on the big screen because it is like James said, it's a spectacle. Just mention, what did you say the name of the bad guy is in again? Can't remember his name. Stephen.
It's Stephen Lang is the actor. Quaritch, I think, is his name.
Yeah, I recently watched him in Don't Breathe 2.
Yeah.
You guys seen Don't Breathe 2?
I have.
I mean, it's a good film in terms of an action film, but it's bizarre how it follows on from the first Don't Breathe.
It's like a standalone. It's quite good. I think as a considering what happens in the first movie, it's bizarre. I think the route they took with it.
So I mean, you guys have probably seen Don't Breathe #1, I would imagine. Yeah. You all seen Don't Breathe?
Never heard of it.
Horror. Have you seen it?
Heard of it.
I can't remember.
Well,
I thought it was a cable film, and then I was horribly wrong.
Go and check it out. It is a good movie. And the second one is a good movie, but like James says, it's a bit questionable. Okay, guys, let's have a little look see at what we've been picking up recently. James, we'll start with you. So me and James, as I said, how can I make myself big but you guys still small? Oh, there I go. Me and James have recently been on a Facebook page. We've both had some boxes. James has had his box sent to me so that I can fetch it when we go to Star Wars Celebration, if I remember. So James, shall I just crack straight on and open it up?
Go for it. I mean, it's a mystery to me as well. For the most part.
So you've got no idea what you've bought. No?
I know what two of them are. There's a kind of a big key and then just a random kind of, I like the cover one. So I don't know what the rest of them are.
Well, if it's a big key, I'm definitely keeping it.
How much did you guys pay for it?
Like he needs them.
I paid £95, I think.
And it's a blind. You don't know what you have.
No, so it's a claim sale. So like on Friday nights, the guy that runs the page puts them, and he puts them up for like 60% of like last sale price. Okay. And that's his whole motto.
James,
is like just put them up cheap.
Here.
Do I?
You've got a lot of books here, but there's some weird ones in bags.
One of them was a freebie because like he was just putting up during the claim sale, like first one to claim this is free, and like a lot of the time, like if you don't even have a second, like you have to just sit there and refresh the page and just snag it first if you want it, because someone else will get it immediately. Peter, you stung me on one of these as well. I wanted one of these and you took it first.
Oh, fuck you, Keegan. Your freebies are good as well.
What's he got?
Dang.
We've got an amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice. Hang on. That was a clip. Say that again, Efren.
Dang.
Dang.
Yeah, first
That's it.
first
That's
under
your
100
text
Spidey. Yeah, it's going, isn't it?
Amazing Spider-Man 89, and that's in really nice nick as well.
Yeah,
I like
I've
that.
always loved that cover as well. I was really happy with that.
Gorgeous, yeah.
Are these
One-
Pence
Whoa.
books? Are these Pence books or just regular?
No,
Marvel?
that was sense.
That sense. A couple of them are pence, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not liking these plastic bags he's putting them in.
Hmm.
Oh, just talk amongst yourselves.
So did you say this was from Facebook? You got it from?
Yeah, so it's a Facebook group. It's called Comic Box Exclusive. So if you buy stuff on like a UK, I like this one.
Mystery.
Yeah,
That's nice.
That's
I
nice.
think
just
Is this-
cool, just a cool horror cover. I think this
Is
is
this the one
5.
you've bought, James? Because it's come in like a plastic bag.
Yeah, that's one of
So,
them.
so James, you know what's in these, or this is like a surprise box or anything?
No, so I individually bought each of these. I just forget
Why,
because there was.
why
You
are we
forgot.
finding this such a hard concept to understand? Chris? Like,
Sorry.
Claim
I
sale.
just thought I thought it was a mystery box when
No,
they were
it's a,
saying
it's a
it.
claim sale. It's a
here's
mystery
a
to me
comic.
'cause I've
Who
forgotten.
wants it? James said, "I want it."
Yeah.
That's now his.
Just to clarify, this is a blind box, James. Yeah, you don't know what you've getting.
Complete
Swear
mystery.
to
Just
God,
threw
Peter, I'll
100
log
quid in.
off.
Punisher trying that now. I wanted this one for a while. $5.
Ridiculous. That outfit makes me sick in my
I
mouth.
mean, Ben cosplay.
Is that McFarlane? Sort
The
of?
funny thing is, I'm actually
McFarlane?
wearing a
I don't
Punisher
know.
cosplay for my nephew's superhero birthday next weekend,
yeah?
but I'm definitely
Nice.
not wearing that version
How old's your nephew?
to a kids' party. Um,
I'm just working out.
I like
the
4.
mass murderer cosplay. How
Yeah.
old?
4 or 5, I think.
Well, yeah, it's good. Yeah.
I won't say who I am. I'm not taking a gun, or I might take a gun for a photo op, but I'm not going to wave it about.
A few knives. That's a nice one,
Hercules.
James.
Yeah,
Hercules.
first Hercules solo.
I like that.
Nice.
Happy with that. $5, I think, again. Most of these, I think, were a $5, so I was pretty happy with that.
Amazing bit of Dark Hawk action.
Yeah, this is one of them I remembered. Just because I love Spidey and I love Punisher and I love Darkhawk, so I was one of the things.
Nobody loves Dark Hawk. Shut
I
I
up.
love Dark Hawk.
I love Darkhawk.
Oh,
Get out of
James,
town.
this is a good one.
Let's see.
You only paid £20 for this. I've got 3 copies of this. It's a very nice book.
Yeah,
Oh,
first
I
Spidey
want that one.
good,
Yeah.
good book to have now, isn't it?
Yeah.
With Across the Spider-Verse
First is-
coming up, but
Spider-Man 365, and obviously it's the first appearance of Spider-Man 2099.
That's cool. Yeah,
Yeah,
I've been
and that
wanting
looks in
that
good
one.
condition. It's a really hard book to get in a 9.6,
with the black,
9.8.
yeah, it's a tough one. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's 20 quid. I was like, absolutely, I'll take that.
Oh, I like this one as well.
20.
That's pretty good.
That's Joe
Just like
Quesada.
iconic Daredevil cover. So
Yeah,
it's again.
Joe Quesada, isn't it? And it's Kevin
6-7.
Smith.
Is that Kevin Smith run? Is it
Yeah, it's Kevin. It's the I can't remember what the run's called, but it's brilliant. It's a
Guardian?
really good
It's not
story.
Guardian Devil, is it?
Yeah. Guardian.
Oh,
Devil.
that's one of my favorite.
Yeah,
Daredevil
really
ones.
good
Yeah.
one.
You fucking bought it.
Yeah, it was up. It was 4 quid.
can't
so I was like,
remember.
okay.
That's a nice one.
Daredevil 83. Yeah.
Nice.
Why did you buy this one, James?
83.
It was cheap.
It was
really
cheap. Is
It
that
was
the?
cheap
Is that
and
the? Oh, it's cheap. I love it. Yeah.
No, but like I
Five
listen, Peter, I don't have a drawer full of 60s Marvel keys, okay? So like the occasion anything pre
Oh, the
1970
shade of it
is
all.
like magical.
This is a good
So,
one,
like,
James. I'm keeping this one. This is a nice one.
Oh, first
Yeah.
Madam
Oh,
Web.
that's
that was-
cool, yeah.
that
Wow.
was the big one.
Nice.
Spider-Man
40,
210, first Madam Web.
45, I think.
That's
quite
a
good
still,
reference,
considering
yeah.
when the film comes out. And
Exactly. Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
like
Like
that.
I've always liked Madam Web from like the 90s series. And,
did I
Yeah.
go? Did I tell you? I'm sorry to like hijack this moment, but did I tell you the theory? Right? You know, we said about on the show. I don't know who said it, James or Peter, about Beyond the Spider-Verse, him coming
Yeah.
into the live action. Did I tell you
Yeah.
about my idea? How what if the Madam Web film is what is the universe he goes into, rather than the MCU?
Oh, he
Just
goes into
throwing
the
it out there.
Sonyverse after like.
Well, yeah. What if? Because that's
Mm.
so.
Very
Have you
Throwing it out there.
Have you been looking at like what like the cast for that movie and everything?
No.
Yeah, it's a good cast.
Adam Scott from Parks and Rec. Isabel Moner, who played like Dora in the Dora the movie, but she's a great actress. She's in Sicario as well.
Dora the
really
Explorer
great cast.
movie. I sat and watched
I
that.
love that.
That movie is
That's
decent.
that
He just put that on a pedestal like it was a respectable, like, yeah, she was
It's
from
right,
the
I know, it's
Dora
right.
Honestly,
film,
It was very good.
Oscar nominated.
A better Uncharted movie than Uncharted is.
Your last book, James, is a little old Wolverine book.
Yeah, just
Wolverine.
I've been picking up Wolverine kind of
Lovely.
books so early.
She ruddy duddy.
Everyone happy with that one. Yep,
Pardon?
I'm
Is
pretty
she
happy
wearing
with that one.
clothes?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Is
Well,
she
she's just like in a scarf. I was
Look,
like, that's
it's a-
outrageous.
the dress?
I don't know. That's a hair. Is that a hair?
Yeah, she.
She's
ruddy-duddy.
filth. Filth. I'll tear it up.
Unbelievable.
Should be Marvel Max.
Now we know what James does on a Friday night. Yeah, beautiful.
Filth. Right, so we'll do mine next, guys, because I'm on the screen big, and then we'll go to you guys. So I've got one of those boxes to go through as well. I haven't bought as much as James. I think I only bought 2 items or something. But I've been to a comic and toy fair today, so I picked up a few bits and bobs as well. I picked up this first of all.
Which one did you go to? Sorry, Peter.
I beg your pardon?
Which toy fair did you go to?
I went to Gateshead Tomic Koi Fair.
Tomic Koi.
Tomic Koi Fair.
Yeah.
So yeah, so this is I Hate Fairyland. This is the new series. I've got the first issue of the last series, but this is the redo of it.
I want that shirt.
Yeah. So I will read that one because that's a good one. These are just picked up because they were 3 for £7. So I picked up Clone Conspiracy.
Oh,
I have
yeah.
that one. I have that
Delotto.
song. Who's the artist?
Delotto.
The writer.
Slot, it says.
Delotto is the artist.
Just read out the credits for me.
And it's Slot, Dan Slot.
Yeah.
Chung, Dell, and Ponza.
One of them I met at MCM and got him to sign the whole.
One of them. Good.
Yeah.
Good claim to fame there.
So these, like I say, were 3 for £7, and you had this. So I thought I kind of go on.
Oh,
with that.
nice.
Oh, that's
Nice.
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 Cool. I've read that actually. It's quite
Superb
cool.
series, Immortal Hulk #1, and I had this as well. I'm sure this is the first appearance of the new Wasp.
Stinger.
So pick that. Yeah. So pick that one up. The book I picked up, which was a little bit more, I think this was 30 quid, but I haven't got one, and this is in stirring condition.
Ooh, I've
Is
been
Venom
wanting that.
nice.
Very nice. You didn't have one of them?
No, I haven't got one. So jumped on this one. It's not got any spine ticks. It looks like it's in really good condition for.
Is that from the plane sale?
No, this is from
This is from the toy fair.
The toy fair, yeah. So pleased about that one.
Be careful with that book, Peter, because it's a shiny cover and you don't want to get any thumbprints on it either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a hard one to get in a high grade, Efren, I think,
Yeah.
because of that. I think the foil comes off, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Don't
Like
get
you'd have
those
to-
chicken fingers on there, Peter.
Right. So mine from the claim sale, like I say, I haven't picked up as much as James. So I think there's only 2 books in here, or 2 or 3 books. But there's a couple.
I know what one of them is anyway.
Why the shit have I bought that?
I like
Okay.
he's like, why I didn't buy that?
I've got 3 copies of this. I think I'm specking on this book. I think this is going to be a I think this is going to be a Disney Plus show in the future. And that's Power Pack #1. I paid £7 for that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, absolutely.
What? And you've got already 2 copies of it?
I've got 3 copies, I think.
3 copies. Jeez.
I'll give you
So
£7 quid for it, Peter, if you don't want it anymore.
Yeah. This is I'll wait. No, I don't like it. It's mine.
It's mine.
This I think is destined for a Disney Plus show. 'Cause
Yeah.
Okay.
it's
You think?
fantastic.
It's a lot of Marvel characters, Peter.
Yeah. Ooh. Hey, I didn't know I bought that. A nice Thor cover.
Nice.
Look,
That's cool.
Nice.
Is that Kirby?
that is nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
Kirby.
it's a
Yeah,
first
looks like it.
appearance, but I can't remember who.
Stunning.
Yeah, but that's a nice one. I quite like that. Love this, and I didn't realize I bought this. Absolute classic cover. This is Fantastic 451. This man, this
Oh,
monster.
wow.
Nice. Yeah.
Now,
One of my favourite comics of all time, that.
I only paid 22
Superb
quid for
story.
that.
For what
22.
number is it? 30,
Bastard.
51, he said, did it?
51.
51, yeah. But that's an iconic classic cover. So yeah, very pleased to have that one.
Shit like
Um,
that makes me want to start collecting again.
And then lastly, a stunning copy, which I was head-to-head competition with someone called James T. Keegan, but I pipped him at the post and got that. Yeah.
Nice.
I'm gonna give you a
That's,
gang. for
you
that
know
one.
what,
I
Peter,
text
you've
them
got so
after.
much. Throw him a freaking bone. Unbelievable.
How much did you pay for that one,
50
Peter?
quid, 25 quid.
50, I think it was, or something.
Oh,
50,
Oh,
yeah.
That's
blimey.
not a bad price
Yeah.
still.
I texted him after. We were
It's an
both neck and
incredible
neck.
price.
He went
Neck
a
and neck.
tenth of a second before me. And I
Yeah,
said,
he
"You
texted
bastard."
us. He wasn't overly happy. James.
See, the nice
What-
guy of YouTube.
What would
believe
you
it,
pay,
guys.
James? What would you
Don't
be your
believe it.
top mark?
Oh no, it's just 450. Like you know, on that group, when a book goes up, it's a steal. Like no matter
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
book it is. You know,
Now
so, like,
it's worth with saying, man, guys, don't go out hunting for this Facebook page because I think it's by invite only.
so the guy that runs it, really nice guy, but like the only person I really buy comics off anymore. But he kind of peruses UK comic book pages and sees who buys stuff, and he'll kind of send you a private email. It's very exclusive, Peter. It's nice to
Very
connect with
exclusive.
people.
Yeah.
I
Cream
haven't
of the
got a
cream.
message.
Yeah.
I ain't got.
Ben's,
I'm not on
um,
Facebook all
yeah.
the time.
To
So.
be fair, he's probably watched my video why I stopped collecting.
Yeah.
That might be it. Yeah.
James, did you have anything else you wanted to show off tonight?
No, I have one thing, but I'm gonna save it for tomorrow's show.
Okay, no problem. So we'll jump to Ephron. What you got to show with Ephron?
A quick question: that sale, does he ship to the U.S. or just where you guys are at?
I think it's UK only.
Okay, I was wondering. I always wanted a Pence book. You know, I'm still keep on saying I want to buy at least one Pence.
I will.
If
We'll
you want a
pick you
Pence
one.
book, if you
We'll
want a
send
Pence
you
book,
one.
Ephron,
Yeah.
we'll send you one. I've got
Go on.
tons in my collection. Let us
Cost
know what
more.
kind of stuff you like, and I'll send you something over.
I can send you an actual penny as well. If you
Yeah, yeah.
a real life.
They'll
genuine
be rare
pennies.
soon. They will.
I'll send you something, Ephron.
Okay,
Leave
thank
it with us. Right,
So-
what you got to show with?
I just have one book. I've been really cutting down on my current, sales for new comic books that come out every month, But I did pick up this one, but it's one of my favorite artists. It's Rodney Barnes' book. It's called Blackula, The Return of the King.
Yeah.
And Rodney Barnes is a great writer.
Love
He's been doing Philadelphia and other books, and he's a really nice guy. I interviewed on my friend's channel, and this is a movie that came out in the 70s. It's a
Fantastic movie. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is like a sequel to what happened to him, and it says Return of the King, and he fights. Actually, I haven't read it yet, but from what I understand, Dracula shows up in this book too. They battle.
Right.
So it's like one of my favorite writers. So I had to get this book. I haven't read it yet.
It's Dracula versus Blackula.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna pick
Los
this one.
Angeles.
Sign me up.
I'll have to pick that one. I mean, I love Rodney Barnes' artwork. Writing. And the artwork on that's by the same guy who does Philadelphia, I think.
Yeah, Jason Sean Alexander, same artist. Yeah, so it's very good, and he's a great writer. He does all kinds of. He does movies. He does TV shows. Rodney King, Rodney Barnes, just really prolific writer. I really enjoyed his work.
Yeah, good stuff. Let us know what it's like, Ephron, because I'll probably try and pick that one up as well. I think. Simon, we'll come to you next. Have you got anything to show off?
I've got quite a few bits. I've been getting a lot lately, but I've chosen some of my favorites. So I picked up this from Forbidden Planet, which was The Blade,
nice.
High Republic, #1.
Very
That
cool.
was quite a nice cover. Then I picked up The Sins of Sinister art gem.
Nice.
Yeah,
Have you read that, Sins of Sinister?
I have. It's really good. Yeah, I really like it.
Have you read it, Ben?
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Did you not? Oh, I quite liked it. It was kind of...
I liked it.
Did you read that? Did you read that book I sent the link to, Ben? About the
No, not yet. No.
Very good.
And
It takes me 2 months to read shit now, Peter, or watch a film, or
Then I got this off eBay because I'm trying to get the full set. I've got the first one, and this is part of the third one. I just need the middle one, and it's a signed Campbell.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah.
With the certificate.
Nice.
So I have that one. I just need the middle one now.
Who's the middle one?
Storm.
Kazar.
Storm. It should be the middle one.
That's not Storm.
No, the middle one is Storm.
Oh, the middle one. Right.
Yeah, sorry.
It's Rogue.
Of course, it's another lady.
And then I picked this up, which is quite a cool one I saw. It's What If Silver Surfer possessed the Infinity Gauntlet?
Cool.
Yeah, read that one. It's very good.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. I really did. Then when I was in San Diego and went to one of the comic shops, I got recommended this. I haven't read it yet, but it was supposed to be quite good. The guy said he highly recommended it at the shop, and it's this one called Black Cloak.
Never heard of that one.
No, so he recommended it, and so I've got to give that a read. So, but that's an interesting
What's it
one.
about, Simon?
I don't know because I haven't read it yet. But he recommended
it because there was a massive pile that he can't sell. I would really recommend.
I'll have to remember
this
that.
book.
That's how easily swayed you up by this book. All right.
But I did buy this one because of you, Peter, and I've been reading it, and I thoroughly enjoy Ice Cream Man.
Oh yeah. Can't go wrong with a bit of Ice Cream Man.
Yeah. So yeah, and I mean I've got a lot more than that, but that's a majority of what I've been picking up. So
good stuff. Good stuff. Some great books there. Ben.
Not huge amounts. So I went out. This is like just my budget level is clearly different to everyone else's because I went out and bought some DVDs.
Good. Yeah.
My argument, right, was like, oh, what if World War III, it won't be like bombs or whatever. No, wait, it won't be bombs and stuff. It'll be like the internet, won't it? They'll come for the internet, right? Then how do you watch films?
Ben, I'll stop you there.
Dust off the DVD.
Ben, I'll stop you there a second because I feel that some of our colleagues here may be mocking you slightly. But did you know a few months back there was a Russian? I don't know if you know this, but the main internet provider cable is under the sea from the top of Scotland, and there was a Russian sub floating around next to it, and the military had to kind of warn it off. And the theory is that they were going to try and disrupt the internet connection.
There you go.
There you go. Okay.
So I'm doomsday prepping, but instead of survival, I just want to watch films if the world ends. So, and then my wife went, oh, well, surely they'd take out electricity as well, so you wouldn't even be able to watch it.
Portable generator.
So yeah, thanks, Peter. We'll get on that next. So yeah, anyway, these were £4 for everything. Jumanji.
That's good.
wow.
Yeah.
So every single film that I'm holding up is like completely special to me, for different reasons.
Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Mm-hmm.
Alexei Sexovich, shut your face. Okay, it's Rhino, all right, in live action. Okay, and that suit is my favorite Spider-Man suit, and it's Andrew Garfield. Do you know what?
You don't have to justify yourself, Ben.
Thank you. Nightmare Before Christmas.
What?
I've still never seen it.
You never what?
No.
Peter, Christmas, watch it.
The thing is, Peter's been put off because his daughter's Nemo, who loves it, and so he's like always been put off by it. But there's a reason it's iconic, right?
It is iconic, Peter. It's good.
40-Year-Old Virgin, which I think we can all relate to on an uncomfortable level. If we didn't have kids, Superbad.
Oh, I love
seen
that
it.
film. Absolutely.
Oh, mate, honestly.
For the apocalypse, Ben, I'll pop round your house. We'll sit more NBC suits.
Around my house in the apocalypse.
We'll watch movies together. It'll be like The Last of Us.
Do you know what? Actually, that is a thing in The Last of Us.
I'll cook you dinner. I'll cook you dinner. It'll be lovely.
Just play piano together. Jesus. Beautiful. Yikshamish. All right.
They're not.
Oh, actually, it says 3 Borat badges inside. I'm going to see if they're not inside. It's a lie. So I got that. I got In-Betweeners, number 1 and 2. Like, I feel like nothing captured like the accuracy of what it's like to be a teenager in the UK than In-Betweeners, in terms of the script and everything. And then Avengers, Age of Ultron, and Infinity War. So I need to fill in the gaps. Mm-hmm. But these are all like, Desert Island Disc type films for me. So that was exciting. And then...
Have you got a DVD player?
Why would you buy them without a DVD player?
Well, no, because I sent you... I'm now unpicking the truth of you, Benjamin. I sent you a film to watch a while ago on DVD, and you told us you didn't have a DVD player.
It's on the shelf. your DVD, so it is there. It's very annoying aesthetically, by the way, because it's like classic Star Trek, classic. No, I think I have. I need to double check. I think we've got one.
You bought all these DVDs and you can't watch them.
We got a portable one. We bought a portable one recently for Dorothy to like, so she can watch stuff. But she scrolls on my phone now at 2.5 years old, which is very frightening.
Stop that.
Yeah, like literally, she does. Goes through the reels on Instagram or whatever. Very scary. Anyway, here's a Hot Toys BB-8.
Nice.
So here he is. He's got like a magnetized body, so his head can kind of go anywhere.
Does it talk? Does it talk? Or is it just...
does it talk? What do you want from a figure? Hello? No, it doesn't talk. It does light up, but man, look at the size of the screwdriver. Like I've got a small screwdriver in the house, and I can even find a screwdriver that small. And the thing is with Hot Toys, the batteries go like instantly, and I don't want it to corrode and stuff like that. So I've just left him as he is. But yeah, he's sat with 3PO and R2, so a welcome addition to the collection. I used to have like a sole dedicated BB-8 collection. It was like a BB-8 shrine in the corner of my room. Wondered why no one had sex with me. So it felt weird that I didn't have a BB-8 represented, so I'm glad I finally do now.
If you go in all the droids, Ben, please get Chopper. If you're going to get a Chopper.
Yeah, he doesn't exist in Hot Toys form just yet, but
I'm hoping he will.
Well, Hera's going to be in Ahsoka, so yeah, Chopper will be there when he. So.
Did you know? I heard a rumor that actress isn't going to be in Ahsoka, the one from the last one. Didn't anyone hear that?
Help us out here, Simon.
Yeah.
The one from the Mandalorian series. What's
Rosario Dawson?
She's not in the Ahsoka series.
Yeah, she's literally Ahsoka in the trailer. She is.
Well, that's what I heard, but
yeah.
Is it Rosario Dawson in Ahsoka? How's she not going to be in it?
Simon, have the voices been talking to you again? Is that what's when you're in bed on a night time? Do the voices come to you? Yeah.
I swear I saw an article saying that she wasn't going to be in Ahsoka.
Sounds like we got this covered or something.
Yeah.
I dread to think the corners of the internet that Simon is on, guys.
Anyway, some good pickups there, guys. James, I'll keep your comics for you until we'll meet up at Celebration. I'll make sure I'll fetch them down to you, mate.
Awesome.
But you might have to remind us nearer the time because I'll forget.
Yeah, Chris.
Okay, we'll final off with a little bit more news. I know you guys have already talked about this on Ben's show earlier in the week, but obviously we had the announcement from James Gunn of some of the projects coming out. In terms of movies, we've got Superman Legacy, we've got The Brave and the Bold, which is a Batman and Damian Wayne story. Got Swamp Thing, Authority, Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. TV shows, we've got Waller, Lanterns, Creature Commandos, Booster Gold, Paradise Lost. So we'll just quickly go around the room, and I guess what I want to know is which one of those has you most excited? We'll start with you, Efren.
I like the Green Lanterns. I'm curious to see how they do that. I just hope, I have no idea what the Authority was. I mean, I think that may be his Guardians of the Galaxy trying to make a group that, hopefully will become popular. I just hope that these shows and movies have some humor in them. I think that's what's missing in DC movies, a little bit of humor, like in the Marvel movies, they don't take it so seriously. I'm just curious to see, hopefully, this may be the last straw for DC though, in the DCU. I mean, they've had so many missteps. If these bomb, I'm not sure what's going to happen with this universe.
I mean, my understanding, Efren, is that the Authority is pretty much the opposite of what you just said. Really, from when I've read it, it's quite a gritty kind of.
It's like The Boys, isn't it?
It's like The Boys, yeah. It's and I got the two absolute editions, I think, and it's a very, how can I put it? It's a very intellectual book. It's like highbrow science fiction kind of stuff. It's quite abstract, bit Grant Morrison type stuff. Can't remember who the writer is. Is it Warren Ellis? I can't remember.
And Brian Hitch on art, I think.
Yeah. I found it a bit of a struggle to read, to be honest. But yeah, it's an interesting one. It's not one that I expected in the first kind of announcements.
Yeah.
Simon, what about yourself?
For which one? The Superman Legacy? Or
No, which of these gets you excited? Which of these?
Booster Gold, because I love Booster Gold.
Booster Gold. And there's
Yeah.
rumor, isn't it, that that's going to be Chris Pratt? I mean, it's
Is
a very
it?
loose rumor, but
Yeah.
yeah,
No,
that
I
came
don't
out.
like it now.
Oh, that came out over the weekend. That Chris Pratt was apparently attached to it. I wouldn't mind Booster Gold if we get the classic team up, if we get Blue Beetle with it, the
Yeah.
Ted Cord action going on.
Yeah. I remember Booster Gold in the animated series, and he just had me in stitches. It was like, because he had his like little talking robot
Skeets.
with him. Skeets, that's it. Yeah, and yeah, I love that. And I am looking forward to Lanterns because I'm a massive Green Lanterns fan.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
and it sounds good. That sounds gritty. Are you guys all familiar with Booster Gold and he's kind of his background and whatnot?
Are these TV shows? Are they all going to be like on HBO Max? I'm assuming.
Yep.
I assume so, Efren. Yeah. So Booster Gold is basically a superhero from the future who's basically a media kind of mongo. He's got sponsorships all over him. He's basically very vain. He's very into the whole purpose of him being a superhero is to make money, basically.
Yeah.
And he comes back in time to try and make more money.
In the future, he's a loser, isn't he? So
Yeah.
like, and that's why he feels like, oh, I'll go back in time and I'll be like more famous. So,
but in a lot of the early Justice League Europe comics and things, he teams up with Ted Cord, Blue Beetle, and that's quite a good interaction between the pair of them. What about you, James?
For the movies, like I'm a big horror fan. Swamp Thing, I think, had a phenomenal TV show that was cut short too early. So I'm very curious how that movie will turn out. And I think you potentially could get like a John Constantine or something in that.
Yeah.
So that's one for the movies I'd lean towards that. Lanterns, the fact that like True Detective has been kind of thrown around as an inspiration for that gets me really excited. Like the idea of kind of a space noir kind of mystery show where like the space cops, like I think that's really cool. But looking at this whole slate, and Peter, we were talking about this kind of the other day, but like this feels a bit like self-indulgent of James Gunn, like these choices. I don't look at this and see billion-dollar franchises in the making, you know, like with some of these picks. Like I think a lot of this is kind of him just picking what he likes.
Yeah,
or what he's interested in.
I get that, but I guess you could argue that that's exactly the same with Guardians of the Galaxy. That wasn't a well-known franchise until
that's true. But like, will lightning strike twice? You know, the Authority, is that going to drive?
I have to say,
the cinema?
I think the Brave and the Bold would do really well because we haven't had a young Robin in a movie yet. So
yeah. Ben, what about you?
I just want to say James Keegan has come for James Gunn far too much in this show tonight, and I'm not happy about it. Okay, I'm going to defend my boy.
I love James Gunn, honestly. So, but,
James, you are no longer invited around to watch DVDs during the apocalypse. Your invitation is revoked.
Unbelievable. It's all right. I haven't got a DVD player. Yes. So, Brave and the Bold. You know, it's a Batman film. Like any Batman film that's on any slate will always be the thing I am most excited for. And Damian Wayne's always been my favourite and only Robin that I will accept. So I'm really looking forward to that. Especially with the series they're taking inspiration from. TV shows Waller, because I'm hoping it will essentially just be a Suicide Squad series slash kind of Peacemaker series 2. So,
hasn't it? I mean, what else could it be?
Yeah, I think it's going to kind of be an amalgamation of all of that. So, yeah, but you know, I think what I'm most excited about is kind of being converted on a couple of things. You know, like I am so kind of green when it comes to a lot of DC properties. So I'm quite excited for, you know, things to prove me wrong. Like I said it on my show, like if that Superman Legacy film makes me like Superman, then they have achieved the impossible. So and yeah, like Green Lantern's always been something that I'm like, why do I not like? So I'm sort of hoping that series might sort of sway me. Yeah,
I think a lot of these are going to be who is in the casting.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I am quite intrigued, I have to say, by Paradise Lost. So I read the comic series of that, and it was interesting. So it'll be interesting to see how they translate that into the show.
Well, like me and Ben were kind of saying about how like why is it even a DC thing then? Like they said it's going to be Game of Thrones esque, and if it's like Themyscira, it's like well that could just be kind of any show. You know what? Like what's going to make it comic booky or DC esque?
So the comic version of it is basically Themyscira invades America.
In the present day.
So you have the Amazons basically invading America on the steps of the White House and things like that. So they go to war with that lot.
Okay.
I'm surprised they didn't put Peacemaker. I mean, I really like season 1. I'm not sure what they're going to do with that show.
That's got to be.
Well, I think
Waller,
that's what-
surely.
Yeah, it's Waller because essentially what's happened is James Gunn said that he doesn't have time to write it because of becoming the CEO of DCU. So instead, he's kind of it's going to merge with Waller basically.
Oh, okay, cool.
Interesting stuff, and I think there's a lot of debate backwards and forwards about all of this, but it'll be the same as anything. And we're all geeks. I'm sure we'll all be front of the line to see all of this and watch all of it.
Of course, yeah, absolutely.
I just hope something good comes out of it. I really do, because I would like to see some of these properties really explode.
Yeah. I mean, that's if we get these. I'm still not sold that all of these are going to happen.
Right.
With DC's track record. Yeah, like James Gunn gets fired 2 movies in if they're not doing well. Entirely possible.
And I mean, I would say you're being a naysayer there, but we know, don't we, that there was all kinds of shows in the production phase, like Green Lantern was in the production phase, and then it's all been pulled for this. So
we'll just look what happened with Zack Snyder.
Yeah,
could be the exact same thing again.
Well, do you remember when they did that new intro graphic, and they're all there, aren't they? Like Green Lantern, like all the characters and stuff that we were supposed to see, and look what happens. So yeah,
Deadman's got a really good point there. To be perfectly honest, we're talking about Paradise Lost, but who's interested in the Amazons without Wonder Woman? In that big supporting cast. So unless they're going to recast her for it, or Gal is going to be in it, who knows? Who knows? Lots to be excited about. James, what the shit's this? I don't understand this.
This is an incredible new marketing campaign from Sony, where there's kind of been sort of PlayStation artifacts popping up like around the globe. So there's a Kratos' axe from God of War. It's kind of showed up in the UK, and I think
whereabouts is it in the UK, James?
I think it's in London. I'm not 100%, but
Big Ben's in the background.
Big Ben's a hint.
Okay. I can see that.
Put a bit of money on that being in London.
Yeah. But it's kind of tied into this like live action ad that shows like all the PlayStation characters and like a person going through them all. So it's a really cool marketing campaign. I think I'm really enjoying that. I wish there was something in Dublin. I definitely
going to say, are you not eager to get your photo taken next to the big chopper?
Yeah, we might get a clicker show up in London, in Dublin, or something like that. We'll see. That'd be cool.
Could you imagine? You'd wet your
I think
pants.
clickers show up every Saturday night in Dublin if you stay up late enough.
Again, something I know nothing about, guys. I just
One
want to see if
Piece.
you've got any of you excited. This is One Piece live action show coming.
From what we know, what they've done live actions for most animes, they've been pretty cack. So I'm not looking forward to it. So we'll see. What I've watched One Piece. I'm a massive One Piece anime fan. Obviously, it's like the longest running anime that's been gone.
Yeah.
And it's to see whether this can do it justice. It's a good anime, and it'll we'll see how it goes. But
I know Tom from the Killer Comic Show is a massive One Piece fan. I have to say, it doesn't even the imagery doesn't really jump out for me.
Netflix doesn't have a great track record like they did Death Note.
Yeah,
people didn't really like that
Cowboy
one.
Bebop.
Cowboy Bebop.
They did the Bleach one. They did most of live action animes have been a bit rubbish. So.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's Ben. Are you excited by this?
No,
he doesn't like it.
Efren, are you excited by this?
Never heard of it. So.
One Piece is about Luffy, who's like got they eat these devil fruits and they get powers, and Luffy's got like a power of rubber, so he can stretch himself like Stretch Armstrong.
Okay. Interesting.
And then
If sorry, go on, Sam.
then obviously he wants to become what they call the Pirate King, and there's like this. The story is to find the treasure, basically. Like there's this hidden treasure, and so he makes a crew, pirate crew. So
Yeah, not for me.
not for you.
I have been watching some anime recently purely by the fact that Thomas is in the sitting room watching it, and I've kind of watched it by osmosis.
Which one?
Parasite. Something about
Parasite. Yeah, it's a horror
It's actually
one.
quite good. It was quite
It's
good.
good. Yeah.
James. Now we've just come off the back of this. I know you've talked about this in your show last week.
Yep.
It's got stunning reviews, got fantastic scores across the board. But I just wanted to kind of touch on this, which I think is utter cack. Have you seen this? That it's been reviewed by
Yeah, it's to be expected, I think.
But
You know,
I mean,
like
I would, you know, my views on it. I really enjoyed it. And I'm sure there will be people in the middle here, but the fact that there's 28% of people giving it a 1 out of 10 is absolutely ridiculous. So that's got to be just idiots review bombing.
100%. Like unfortunately, we're in a world where a lot of people are still very unaccepting of kind of
Homophobes.
gay relationships and that being portrayed on screen. So it's not surprising, and I think it's
gonna happen.
It's disappointing, but it's of course.
But I don't even know how it happens. How do people coordinate this kind of shit? Do you know what I mean?
Just one person, like everybody. It's sort of, there's like a kind of a mob mentality of like, if we don't like something, go give it 1 star on, or 1 out of 10 on IMDb or whatever. Like the Last of Us Part 2 got a similar had a similar thing. Happens every now and then. Like, yeah.
But guys, how many of us have gone out and put our reviews on that website? Do you know what I mean? Like the ratio of people actually even spending the time to put the review on is it's not representative of anything really.
I think it's one of the best episodes, probably the best episode of television ever made, and I didn't put a review up.
Everyone I've spoken to loves that episode, and they absolutely love the show.
I just think it's an extremely sad reflection of where society is. Shit. Let's not give them any more airtime. So
I think everybody individually, if you like a show, you like a show. I never pay any attention to these reviews. Who cares? I mean, if you enjoy a show, if it matters to you, that's all that. I mean,
I think that's a really good point, Efren. I think to me, I literally take no attention to reviews anymore because I find that I'm in so much disagreement with a lot of them a lot of the time anyway. Yeah. Particularly when it comes to things like Oscar nominations and things like that. Quite often, I'm thinking, I don't know where the hell that's come from. So yeah. Anyway, moving on. That's the news. Anything you guys wanted to mention before we start to wrap it up? Any news you guys wanted to talk about before we call it a night?
I'm really curious to see how Ant-Man and Wasp. This is going to be phase 5, correct? The beginning of phase 5? First. Hopefully, does Bob Iger have anything to do with this? Because I know he came on recently. I don't think this movie was made before.
This should have been locked.
Yeah,
right. I think by that point,
It's been heavy reshoots though. Like literally, like a few weeks ago, they were still doing reshoots. So.
And I know what was said earlier on about James Gunn having to say Flash is great and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
But the buzz about this movie seems to be incredibly positive, with people saying it's a bit of a game changer and things like that. So I'm still nervous going into it, I have to say. I don't know what you guys are.
I want Kang. They're going to give us Kang, so I'm sure I'm going to be happy with this.
Like,
the whole what people have said is the most impactful MCU film since Winter Soldier, and the impact of Winter Soldier is what I love. One of the things I love about it. So I'm stoked for this one.
I think this may be the last Ant-Man film too. I think they were just going to make 3 of them.
I've tried to keep away from some
Scott's going to die 100%.
No, you think? I will put money, Ben. I'll put
You think?
Hank.
Well, which one? Someone's going to die. It'll be Hank.
Someone's going
to die. And Ant-Man will die.
Scott's not going to die because they tease it in the trailer and they wouldn't give that away in the trailer. So
Hank, I could see Hank
could die. I could think that's possible. Yeah.
I mean, he's close to dying from old age anyway.
I mean, I thought he died a few years back.
Is it?
To be fair.
I don't see Hank going
saving fees on the nursing homes at this point.
Is it? So.
What did you say, Simon?
From what I've seen from the trailers, I don't see Hank going as Ant-Man into the thing, seeing Kang. I just
Mhm.
seen Scott. I've seen the Wasp.
He's in
I've
the-
seen
he's in the Quantum
his
Realm, isn't he?
daughter.
Yeah.
Oh
I don't
right,
know.
okay.
Maybe Kang
I've
kills them
tried-
early. You know, that could be a twist. That like
I've tried to
Mm.
avoid as many of the little snippets and things, to be
Yeah,
honest.
I've not
'cause I'm
read
sick
any
of-
spoilers or anything
Yeah,
like
I'm
that.
sick of movies being spoilt for us in that regard.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, but I'm with you, Efren. Really excited. Out in a few weeks, and then obviously we're going to do a deep dive kind of review show on the 20th, which I hope as many of you will come to as possible.
Yeah.
Any other news anyone wants to touch on?
No.
No, fab.
saving it for tomorrow.
Saving it for tomorrow. So tomorrow night we've got Let's Talk Toys. We're a show where we talk 1/6 scale gaming news, smaller scale action figures and vintage figures. So looking forward to that. And then the week after that, we've got Art Attack, where we're looking at Batman. So that should be interesting. We've then got the Quantumania review, and then we've got Spotlight on Spider-Man at the end of the month. So lots of stuff going on my channel on a Monday night. Ben, anything coming up on your channel you want to mention?
Nope. I'm still not really making content on a kind of a schedule per se. I know there is going to be a ton of Super Bowl trailers that will be dropping next Sunday night for us here in the UK. So I may go live early on the Monday, before your show, Peter, to just have a little talk and a look at those trailers, or I might not. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and you'll know whether I can be asked or not. That's the only way to know.
Smashing. Look forward to that. James, we've got this Wednesday, haven't we?
As usual, every Wednesday we have our Last of Us review. So we're talking about episode 4, which is premiering in just under 5 hours. So I'll be staying up for that. Very excited for this.
Do you stay up every Sunday night to watch that?
I missed last week because I wasn't at home, but yeah, every time I'm home, I stay up to 2 in the morning to watch
What time does it come out tonight, James?
2 a.m. Our time on Sky Atlantic, and then HBO tonight at.
Isn't it 90 minutes long this time? This one?
I'm not sure. I don't know what that. Didn't see the episode length for this one, but it's gonna be a more kind of action oriented episode. And like this character on screen's an original character. So I'm curious about this one. That's gonna be good.
Good stuff. So that's this Wednesday at 8:00.
Yes.
Channel.
Yeah, 8 p.m. GMT. Yeah.
Brilliant. Efren, anything coming up on your channel you want to mention?
I'm still doing my shorts. I missed last week my read of the week. And I did you know series. I like doing that, just about comic book, things about comic book heroes that I didn't know, like, did you know, like, Black Widow is as old as Captain America, stuff like that, just very short, quick. And we're supposed to be doing our commissions too, hopefully, and and our picks of the month that we do.
Yeah, do that this week, Efren. We'll do that this week.
That's about it. I'm just trying to have fun.
Good stuff. Simon, channel.
So I've got a script ready, and I was going to talk about San Diego and everything, and then life got in the way. So I
gets in the way.
I just need to sit down and just do it.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things. For you guys, it's easy. For me, when I've got work and everything else, it's just,
Yeah.
Ben, we make it look easy. That's the thing. Isn't it? Like,
can I just, for the viewers, right? Can I just, unmarried, no child.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I'll just leave that there. Unbelievable.
Never mind. I'm sure it will come soon, Simon.
It will. I just need a nudge. I need a help, like a bit of helping hand.
Oh, right. Yeah.
You don't fucking hold it for you.
And on that bombshell, thank you very much to everybody in the chat. Really do appreciate you watching. It's been a pleasure, gentlemen. Thank you very much as ever. And I'll see some of you tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, we're going to be talking toys, as I mentioned, and I'm hoping that we're going to be joined by Phil. So hopefully Phil from Phil's Nudiverse is going to come and talk to about his collection as well. So that's going to be good fun. Okay, that's whack. So thank you very much, everybody, and we'll catch you next time. So good night, everybody.
Bye.